Juice, and L. Brian.
El Brian, sure, dude.
I don't know.
We're
One day we'll come up with one that actually works.
dude, Boppy, bro.
No. I just remembered El Capitan.
Oh yeah, El Capitan, dude.
El Capitan, guys.
El Capitan, dude. Dude, of course.
Why didn't we think of that before?
Well, everyone, thank you for joining us today on the newest episode of Sugoi Anime, episode 7.
Yep.
Um,
7 it is.
yeah, and Jesus, tell us what our topic is for today, dude. It was your idea, so you might as well let us know. I mean, people already know because, they clicked on this episode, but tell us, dude.
Okay, we're actually going to talk about our favorite, not our favorite, but instead of our favorite, we're going to do our most hated anime.
Yep.
And we're going to see how long this takes us to go through. I don't think we'll get through all of them, but
we'll see.
We'll start with 3 each and we'll go off of that.
I think that's a good number, a top 3.
Yeah.
Of and then the top 3. So number 1 is the most hated, number 2 is the second most hated, and number 3 would be our,
most hated.
Least, anyways. Yeah. But before that, do we have any news or any updates, dude? Like, what has been going on, bro?
Well, the only big thing that I can think off the top of my head is that the Demon Slayer movie did get a release date announced for October in Japan.
Ooh, in Japan.
In Japan, because it always takes us a little bit longer to get stuff over here in America.
Yeah,
that's just kind of a thing. And
do you think it would come out in theaters here? Probably not, right?
Yes, it would.
You think so?
Yeah, because what's it called? So the studio that does it is called Ufotable, or Ufotable, however you want to pronounce it. And they're owned by this other studio called Aniplex, or A1 Pictures, which is a really big one.
Yeah.
And they're owned by Sony, which is a big, media titan. So I would and they also own Funimation. So,
holy crap.
Yeah, Sony owns a lot of things. They even own Spider-Man.
Right, they do.
So they own a lot of stuff that makes a lot of money.
El Hombre Araña, dude.
Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking, it will probably get a US release in theaters.
Dude, that would be sick. Hopefully this time I'm not like stupid sick.
Yeah.
And I can go.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
But dude, that sounds awesome. I have been watching Demon Slayer slowly but surely, so it's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
So
it gets better. Yeah. It gets better.
Okay.
It starts off as like your typical shonen, but it does get better.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I believe it.
Although
any other updates?
Yeah. Oh.
Well, hold up. What were you gonna say? Sorry, I
was just gonna say it's like, although I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that the production team of Ufotable is actually really good, so they made the anime better than the manga for once.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like
it is gorgeous. The show is gorgeous.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same studio that does all the Fate movies and whatnot, so.
Yeah.
Okay. They know what they're doing.
Oh, for sure. But I still like the art style for Demon Slayer better than Fate. Because there is a bit of a difference either way, but.
Yeah.
And let me just say right now, Nezuko is freaking adorable, and I love her, dude.
Dude, yeah, they've almost started a whole religion around her.
Really?
Yeah, it was a joke, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what's up, dude. Anything else, dude? Any other news?
basically every anime convention is canceled this year.
Well, that's not a surprise, but
Yeah.
also very sad.
Yeah. So,
Wait, but you said basically. Is there still some going on or something? Or?
maybe towards the end of the year there might be something,
Oh,
but, it's a long shot as of right
probably
now.
not.
Yeah.
Even, dude,
So
even
that's why I
if,
was like, yeah,
honestly,
probably not.
yeah, even if the COVID goes away tomorrow, I don't think anyone's going out in
Yeah.
big, events anytime soon.
Yeah, it's going to be at least a year or so till we see
Maybe more.
someone. Yeah.
I think, dude, like big things, like big events are like done, dude. Especially movies, movie theaters. I think they're out of business for sure, dude. With
That's going to
this
suck.
whole, oh yeah, with this whole thing, for sure,
Because I love watching movies in movie theaters.
dude. Yeah, it's fun. It's super
Yeah,
fun.
because it's
But
like, yeah, you get to go and watch. I don't know, like the time we all went to go watch the Dragon Ball Super movie, that was super dope.
ah, that was super dope.
We had
You're
a
right,
huge crew. Everybody was happy to be there.
dude. It was
Oh
sick.
man,
It
that
was
was like one
super
of the
sick.
better. That was definitely like it was an event to go to that movie.
It was way fun, dude. That was one of my favorite movie events for
Yeah.
sure. With
Yep.
the
Yep.
bros.
Yep.
But yeah, dude. So, dude, any updates on you? What have you been watching? What have you been reading, bro?
Let me think. So let me think. Today I read the new One Piece chapter, the new My Hero Academia chapter, and I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna spoil it for myself. I'm gonna see how Demon Slayer ends
Uh-oh.
because it's pretty close to ending.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty close.
Holy crap.
I mean, they already. Well, you'll find out.
Are you
Yeah,
saying that you like skipped ahead in the manga?
yeah,
Oh, I see, I see. You
because it's
haven't
not
caught
even
up
all
yet.
translated, so it's really annoying.
Oh, I see.
There's like
Yeah.
a 20 chapter gap in the middle, and I'm like, why is there 20 chapter gap?
Oh, that sucks.
So it's like you don't even know what's going on because then you have to go
Right.
look for like a fan
Translation.
translation. And some of them are really good, but some of them are really bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so it's
mean,
like every now
whatever
and then
you
I'll
gotta
read
do,
the
man.
fan sub for like One Piece and whatnot. And the translations aren't bad because they have a lot. It's been a show that's been around for a while, so there's a lot of fans who actually can read and
Yeah.
write in Japanese
Right.
and who can
Yeah.
speak English as well. So it's like, but yeah, sometimes you compare the translations and it's like, ugh, this
What
is
is
rough.
this?
Like,
Yeah,
oh
I can't
man,
imagine. I can't imagine.
yeah,
I studied very minimal Japanese, you know,
yeah,
kana for a little bit, and oof, it's hard. But
yeah,
that's how it is. That's how it
yeah.
is.
That's just how fan subs are. And
Talking about My Hero Academia real quick. Did you watch the episode with Endeavor and Hawks? Oh my gosh, dude.
yeah. Like, oh my gosh, like
Freak.
it was me and my sisters watching it because I was like, "Hey, Vini, Dana, you actually want to watch this episode because it's actually really good. I read this in the manga, and you guys will be blown away." Like
Dude,
when it was
oh my
over, they
gosh.
were like, "Wait, it's already over?"
Dude, that was like, dude, because Endeavor was like arguably my number one favorite hero in the
Yeah.
show. But like after this episode, for sure he's my favorite number one hero. Like
Oh yeah.
top top one. Like, oh my
Like
gosh, dude.
I get all
So
this
sick.
like, yeah, yeah, like
So sick, dude.
yeah.
Just everything about it, man. The emotional
Oh
aspect,
man.
the flashbacks with his family, reacting to everything, and just his pure like drive to like prove to the world and to his family that he's not just number one, but he's a changed man. It just it's on so many different levels as the reason to why I love this episode. And like Hawks was awesome for being support, dude. Hawks totally stole the show as well. But, you know, Endeavor stole the show. Hawks totally supported that role though.
Yeah,
Oh man.
because actually, Hawks is actually a really big fan of Endeavor.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
huge fan.
Dude. Oh man, it was so sick. It was loved it. Loved it, dude.
Yeah,
Speechless.
I still think one of my favorite quotes from that episode was like, what was it? It was like, I always hated that school motto, but plus ultra.
Dude, that part was so sick.
I was like,
I always hated saying this, but plus ultra prominence burn. And I was just like, dude, I watched the episode like 2 or 3 times in a row, bro.
Oh man, yeah, that was definitely one of the. I'm really glad they ended on that. That was like the best, like a high note to end the season on. And that
Dude,
was
hell yeah.
I was like, this is how they need to run the show,
Dude,
like,
heck yeah. Great way to end the freaking season, bro.
Yeah.
Super
like,
amazing.
You leave
way.
it on a great note. It's like,
oh
man.
Hell of an end to a
we
season.
did get the announcement for season 5 that it's actually going to happen. Not like some other shows where they don't tell you anything.
It's true, but I think it's just because My Hero Academia has comfortably taken one of the top 3 slots in popularity. So, like in terms of like even like, in production side of things, they're just like, yeah, we need to keep pumping this out because it's a money maker.
Yeah, I mean the newest movie I think made more money than the last movie.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Freak, the one I freaking missed, bro.
Yeah, it was like. I mean, yeah, the animation I'd say was better on this one, a bit. Not too much more, but yeah, there you could definitely tell there was a difference. Some people, hated the movie because of some of the things that happened at the end, but I was like, for me, it made sense.
Okay.
But yeah, well, that's just how it goes,
I've just heard some things that happen in the movie, and I mean, I don't really know what to think because I want to watch it, so I can actually understand. But the idea of it is interesting. So, I don't know everything that happens. I just know, maybe a few things. But
yeah.
But anyways, anything else you've been watching or reading, bro?
Let me think. No, nothing worth noting right now. I mean, yeah, nothing worth a mention right now.
Okay.
Like I've been watching a couple shows, but it's mostly because, I got really distracted playing The Witcher 3.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
It took me 70 hours to complete it.
You beat it?
Yeah. But
holy crap.
But apparently there's a DLC that adds another 20 hours worth of content.
Let me tell you something. I am almost positive. I'm not telling you this because I don't believe that you beat the game. I'm telling you this because I'm an experienced RPG gamer.
Okay.
I can assure you 70 hours, I'm sure you didn't even scratch the surface of the actual game.
I'm sure you're right too, because I was like, there's so much more to do. Regardless,
but that's okay.
So many side quests.
That's okay. That's cool. I respect you. I commend you for that. I think that's awesome.
But I was like, frick. You need to do a lot of side quests. People don't believe me, but it's like, this is one of those RPGs. You can't not do side quests, otherwise you're not going to be a high enough level to play the main quest.
Oh yeah, that's how RPGs are, bro. But I respect you.
Yeah, it was like
I respect you.
And yeah, it's a pretty good game, but yeah, you need a lot of time and a lot of patience, especially once you set the game to death march, because everything is can kill you and will kill you.
No thanks. I don't like to play video games like that. for me, it just takes the fun out of it. I like
Yeah,
the experience of it, the story,
yeah,
enjoying it, But
yeah. Because I was
yeah.
like, huh, I don't think this thing is supposed to take me. It shouldn't be this hard to beat this, level 2 villain or whatever. A level 2 wolf that's just running around is like, huh, I
That
just
sounds
got
a little
beat in 5
hardcore.
hits.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So it's a lot of restarting. I think the hardest part for me though is that I always forget to save. You're like,
Oh man,
I've been running around for
dude,
who knows how long.
let me let me tell you something. This is how you know that you're an experienced RPG gamer. I'll tell you this right now.
Hmm.
You save literally every 5 minutes, probably. I don't mean to bring up Dragon Quest, but
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
playing one of the games I'm playing right now is Dragon Quest 6 on Android. And literally after every battle, because it's random encounters, after every battle, I save. That's how hardcore I am at this. So, but that's how it is, bro. That's how it is.
Yeah, that's how it's gotten for me at this point too.
Smart.
It's
It's
like,
very smart.
anytime you show up to a new location, all right, beat all the bad guys, save, then
Yeah.
go loot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bro. That's how it is. But yeah. Anything else, dude?
No, not really. No,
Okay.
just
I don't have much
enjoying.
either.
Yeah, just enjoying time here. It's
There you
been a
go.
little bit slow of a week,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah,
either
man.
way. So I think we should start.
Let me just say one thing. Sorry.
Go for it.
So I also finished, obviously, My Hero Academia. The season. Haikyuu as well, which was amazing. It's
Wait, the
just
season ended already?
of Haikyuu, yeah.
Yeah.
It was the last episode for My Hero and also Haikyuu,
Oh,
and
that
they were
sucks.
great episodes.
Huh.
Yeah. And yeah, I think that's it. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. As
Can't
long
really
as
think of
you.
any. Oh, One Piece is freaking amazing. I
Oh
just
yeah,
wanted to
yeah, yeah.
throw that out there.
Dude, I finally. So I decided to watch a couple episodes since I'm already like 5 or 6 behind right now. Or no,
Right.
oh no, maybe not that much, but
Also, sorry, keep going, and
yeah,
then
yeah,
I'll say
yeah.
what I wanted to say.
So it was like, what's it called? So I finally made it to the part where, at least because I already know what happened in the manga, but in the anime, they added a few things, like when Sanji got the rates, decided to finally use the raid suit.
Okay.
And man, I gotta admit, it was way funnier in the anime when he decided to use it.
Oh
But
yeah,
I was
dude.
like, what in the
Soba
world?
mask, bro.
Soba mask. It
Soba
was like,
mask. Soba
it
mask
was
is
so
my
funny
boy,
though, but
dude.
I still get a kick out of the first reaction. He's like, oh, I don't have to get the clear fruit anymore. I can finally fulfill my dream.
Oh my gosh, that part. Yeah, that part's
Oh
funny,
man.
dude.
Oh
Dude, that
man.
part's funny. I
But
totally
yeah.
forgot about that part.
Yeah, I think though it's pretty
Dude,
cool though. Yeah, he finally decided to use it like we all
yeah.
wanted to in the first place.
And it looks way cooler than I thought it was gonna look.
Oh yeah.
Way cooler.
Dude, but
Dude,
then
Soba
it's like,
mask,
yeah.
coolest hero villain ever, dude.
And then like Law is just what's it called? Just like, if he's the real Stealth Black, then he will use it.
He's such a fanboy. I love it, dude.
Oh man. It's like everybody in the
So
North
funny.
Blue knows.
Dude, I know. It's so funny.
But yeah,
And then
you
I
were
just gotta
yeah.
say, real quick,
Yeah.
I'm really loving Black Clover's new arc that they're heading into right now.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
really like it. Very, very much.
Yeah. I finally caught
So,
up in the manga on that actually, now that I remember.
I can't even imagine what's going on in the manga.
Well, the anime is at that point where they're literally only 20. Well, the anime is only 20 chapters behind right now. So we're going to
Oh,
get a
okay.
few fillers in the next few weeks. It's
Sick.
going to be a training arc.
Oh well, yeah, because
Yeah,
they are doing the 6 month.
yeah. They're actually going
Yeah.
to show it
Okay.
instead of skipping over it,
Okay. Well,
which is
that's fine.
fine. It's like,
Yeah. As long as
uh,
it's good,
yeah. And
it's entertaining. Why
they
not?
can make it good, so
Yeah. Uh-huh.
it's not like
I
some
agree.
of the other ones where I've, like, yeah, sometimes the filler is really bad, and you're just like,
Oh, that's why
uh,
I just hate. I don't like fillers at all, dude.
yeah,
But whatever.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, dude. Let's move on.
Okay, cool.
So, Jesus, Juice. What is your top three? Let's start with number three. You go first, and then I'll go, and then you'll go number two, and then I'll go number two, and then number one, and number one. Does
Okay, okay.
that
Let
make sense?
me look at something real quick because I have forgotten a lot of these, and
Yeah,
I've watched a
I
lot.
I know what my number one is right off the bat, but number two and three, I'm having trouble.
Yeah.
I think I know number three, but number two, yeah, I'm not. I don't know. Okay, you know
Hmm.
what? Maybe oh no, because I don't know what number two would be. If it's
Frick. There's quite a few that I'm like, and yeah, I definitely know what my number one is. Where I was just like, I don't even know why I finished it, and I'm pretty sure
I
we
feel
both
like
share
our
the
number.
same. We both share the
Yeah,
same number one, where we're both like,
I
why?
feel like. Yeah, I feel like we do.
Oh man, There's been some pretty bad ones though that I'm trying to think. I should have written these down.
I can't think of anything else, honestly. I'm trying to think, but man, this is, I don't know, this is actually harder than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, it's mostly because we only watch stuff that we actually like.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
true.
yeah, but you know what? I'll go with my number three. I know what it is.
Okay, okay.
It is what's it called? A high school. I think it was like called High School Prodigies in Another World.
Whoa, that sounds sick.
It does sound sick, but it's like any other isekai.
Oh, it's an isekai. Okay,
Yeah, because
okay,
remember they're in
okay.
another world.
Right.
I was just like, yeah, high school prodigies have it easy even in another world. And it was just
Okay.
like, at first it starts off okay, just like every other show, you're like, okay, I'm digging it. But towards the end, it was just like, this isn't good. It's boring. Like you already know they're gonna come out of it because they have like the world's greatest engineer, the world's greatest swordsman, world's greatest doctor. It's like okay, yeah, you're gonna have, and obviously all these guys have like abilities that aren't even humanly possible, to the point where it's like okay, everything is easy and that's cool and everything, but it's like they're not really struggling at all. Like they already have a plan for everything. They're like, oh yeah, we'll just do this, this, and this, and everything will just work out. Like okay, yeah, you guys decided to, yeah, it was just one of those shows where I was like, I watched it all the way through, okay, till episode 12, and I really wish I hadn't watched it. I feel like my time could have been spent well in other places,
Okay,
like reading
okay.
more manga.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, just picking up a different show. I could have finished Fire Force in that time.
Oh, Fire Force is so good.
Because now I'm starting to get more into Fire Force right now. I think I finally made it to like episode 10. I was like, why hadn't I watched this before?
Dude,
It's like,
it gets even better, bro.
oh man. And that's why I was like, this sucks. This actually sucks. Why did I? I could have literally finished Fire Force in the time it took me to watch this other crappy show, but every now and then you're like, this will be a better isekai, and it isn't. It always gets you into that trap.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
dude. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Well, I believe you, man. I believe you.
Yeah. How about you? What's your number three?
So I was my first, the first, before I just thought of this, what my actual number three is, I was thinking one show. I'm just going to mention it
Okay.
just really quick. And it's not so much that I hate it because I don't hate it. It's just like you said, it's really hard to find shows that I actually hate.
Yeah.
That my number one for sure, I do not like. Number two is like, I don't like it that much. But number three is kind, it's kind of like hard to find something that's on number three because it's like you said, most of the stuff that we've watched or I watch, I'm really into. But the one I was going to say, and I probably will get shot in the face for saying this,
Oh boy.
is the original Dragon Ball. Let me
Oh.
tell you why.
Boop, 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 boop.
But it's not my official number three.
I know. I know.
It's just, I'm just throwing it out there. The reason why I was going to choose it before I thought of this new one is because, very simple. I just, I listen, charming. Loved the show. Loved it. It was great. I loved seeing, Goku's natural, like, his first, where everything came from, especially a lot of the techniques that he uses in Super, a lot of the stuff. I don't know. I got a better idea of who Goku is, right? And Piccolo and a bunch of
Oh
other
man.
characters, Master Roshi, Bulma, blah blah blah. But I feel like it was just too much like whimsical humor. It just felt kind of like Steve Carell's humor. Like like for Steve Carell, he's a funny guy, but dude, I just you get to the point, especially like when like Dinners for Schmucks is one, but in The Office, like I just got to a point I cannot stand Michael Scott. That's his name, right? Michael
Yes,
Scott's
I believe
his
so.
humor, his who he. Oh, I just can't stand it,
No,
dude. It's
I
too.
understand what you mean.
Yeah. So, anyways, I kind of got to a point with Dragon Ball. I was like, it just dragged on too much. It was really fun and everything, but I was kind of just waiting for it to end, bro. I was like, oh, come on, when
You
is
were
this
just waiting
over?
for
Like,
Z to start.
basically I was just like, and maybe that was probably part of the issue. I was kind of waiting for the end, and so I didn't really get to enjoy the journey as much, but
Yeah.
it was still like it still took me over a year to finish all of Dragon Ball, and it was a great journey. It just, I think it's because I had expectations, of like it ending is probably why it ruined it, and also the pacing was just so slow. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It's just, that kind of anime. It's really old too, so it's like, I don't know. Anyways, but like I said, that's not my actual number three. My actual number
We'll
three.
put that as your unofficial four.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. The Dragon Ball was going to be my number three,
Okay.
but it's actually Devilman Crybaby.
Ooh, that is a very
So
unpopular opinion.
yes, I know. So the thing is, let me tell you something. I think the reason I for sure am putting it on number three, and like I said, it doesn't mean I hate the show. It's
Yeah.
just my number three, It's just okay. Basically, the moment everything was said and done, my thought in my brain was this. What the hell did I just watch? That's literally, I was just like, what in the hell just happened? What is going on here? It's just the whole time I was watching that show. Don't get me wrong. It's very entertaining. And I think the best thing it has going for it is the music. I love the music. The soundtrack of that show is amazing. The animation is pretty good. It's a different art style, but it's just, I don't know. It was just way too over the top with like sexual stuff and then killing stuff, like body parts being dismantled, the main characters just, and everything that was happening. I mean, the reveals and the plot twists and all that, they were crazy. But my gosh, dude, I don't know. It was too much for me. It was just too much for me. It was just, what the freak is happening right now, dude? And like I said, I didn't hate it. I just thought maybe it was just a little too much for me,
Yeah,
But I did enjoy watching it. I did enjoy it. So it might not be a popular opinion, and like I said, I don't hate it,
yeah,
but it was just like still
yeah.
I think about it and I'm like, what the freak happened in that show,
And you know
So
what? I'm not gonna lie. It's like I definitely get what you mean. Like for me, I felt really empty inside after I finished watching it. Like I don't blame you because it's like it really isn't for for everybody. It's like for maybe a handful
no,
of people who really enjoy that kind of thing and whatnot. And
it's
some
just
people just
over
can't
the
stomach it.
top.
And I just tell I told my siblings, like, you know what? It is very entertaining, but it will gross you out. It will make you feel empty inside because you start to realize a few of the things that may even apply to real life, like it's subjects of morality that get very twisted. And I think that's what affects a lot of people when they watch it. But,
Yeah.
and I do feel like after because I remember I suggested that to you, and I feel like after that, you've always been a little hesitant to any of my suggestions after that.
Not necessarily, because I
Uh,
did enjoy it. I did enjoy
yeah,
it. It was
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
I was just like,
yeah,
what the freak did I just watch? Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
said, it
yeah,
was very
yeah, yes,
entertaining,
yes.
but I
Yeah,
was just like,
it's definitely a tough one. It's definitely a
yeah,
tough one.
yeah. But yeah, so anyways, that's my official number 3. What's your number 2, brother?
Okay, it's another unpopular opinion.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm gonna stick to my guns on this one. Fairy
Okay.
Tale.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even
It's like,
think of that.
yeah. Yeah,
That is a great.
I was like, my number two, yeah, definitely Fairy Tale. You know what?
Yeah,
And
good choice. Good choice.
you know what, guys? It's like
Is that really an unpopular opinion?
it's about
I don't feel like
50-50.
it is.
It's about
Okay, yeah.
50-50. There's
I
some
don't
people
feel
who
it
still
is,
enjoy
dude.
it.
I think you're right. I think you were. Yeah, I agree.
And here's why. It's like it is a bit unpopular, but here's the thing. It's like it is, your typical shonen anime and whatever, but it just repeats a little too much, man. It's like, okay, we get it. Natsu gets another power up, but he's only powerful when he fights powerful opponents, and he sucks against his friends. Okay,
Oh man.
it's like we get it. It's like Natsu is like he's a dumb like every other shonen protagonist. He's
Right.
overpowered, and the power scaling makes absolutely no sense. It's even worse than Dragon Ball when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, what's going on? And there's just like and it's like I get you need to have fan service in order to sell body pillows in order to make money. It's like, man, come on, guys. Does every single girl in the show have to be sexualized? Can't we just have a badass woman who isn't? Like just one.
I thought Urza was going to be that girl, but then yeah, they totally.
No, she could have been, but nope.
Yeah.
Totally threw that
Yeah.
out the window and it's like,
I
okay,
agree.
selling another body pillow, I guess, to somebody.
Yep. I agree. I
And it's just
agree.
like one of those shows where I'm just like, I watched probably 50 or 60 episodes of it, and I was just like, I'm bored. I'm just so bored. Like,
Dude,
I
I'm
thought this was
surprised
going to be
I
fun, but
watched
yeah.
more than 100. I'm surprised I watched more than 100, dude. I really am.
Yeah. And all that time, I was like, I could have just been watching One Piece this whole time.
I agree.
It was like,
Missed out.
yeah. And now I'm caught up on One Piece, and I don't regret any of it. But
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah, that's why I was like, huh, this is. And you know what? It's like I get that some people enjoy it because they do have a strong sense of friendship or whatever, but it was just like one of those shows where I was just like, no, I can't do it. Can't do it at all. Like it was fun at first, but it's like yeah, it was just no, no. All right. But yeah, how about you?
It's funny because I probably thinking about it, I probably would say Fairy Tale as well, being my number two, but I'm not gonna copy you on that one. I'm
Okay.
gonna go with my original number two, which is Sword Art Online.
Oof. Well, yeah, that's
So
pretty common.
yeah,
Yeah,
so the thing is, and I think we've talked about this before plenty of
yeah,
times, but season one, the first half was amazing. Loved it. Loved the idea of it.
yeah,
It birthed a lot of isekai as well, so thank you.
yeah.
And the rest of season one, you know what? It was weird, but it still wasn't that bad. But season two is when it started to go off the rails. Just like, what the hell just what happened? First of all, it went into like a gun MMO, and then the protagonist has to have like some gender neutral avatar for some reason. I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff that's just weird about it. And then even after that, I haven't even watched the newer stuff, but I just don't even want to, to be honest. I've just lost interest in it. Like, just no thanks. But and we've talked way too much about it, and so I don't really have much to say,
Yeah,
you
like
know.
for me it's like
But
feel like I haven't watched enough about it to be able to put it in my top 3 most hated.
right,
That's why I didn't even throw it in there because I was like I was going to make it like my number 3 or number 2, but I was like, "No, I don't think I gave it enough of a chance to be able to give it that bad of an opinion."
right, right. And you know what? And maybe I'm over exaggerating a little bit, but
No.
I don't know. I honestly don't think I would ever watch it. That's like, I don't know, just the direction it took and it's taking. I don't know. It's just something I'm just absolutely not interested in. And so, it went from a good series into what the heck is happening and into what the hell is going on. And now I'm just like, nah, this is all just an ass pull for money. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
not for me. So yeah, I might be being a little too rash and too, this might not be. I feel like everything we've said so far might not be the most popular opinion. This is probably the most unpopular one, but I don't care. I'm standing by my decision.
Okay.
Fight
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Basically. Okay, so we've reached that point,
We have gotten here.
and we both watched this. We both had really high hopes for the show, and it seemed really cool at the beginning. But man, I was just like, why did I watch this? And
I
we've
can't
trashed on
believe
it in the past,
we have.
and I really don't understand why people like the show.
I don't get it. I can't believe we got a season two.
Yeah, I was like, there's so many better shows that need a season 2 or 5 or 6 that
Dude,
haven't been made.
100%. 100%.
Like, uh, yeah.
100%.
So, in case you don't know or new to this, our most hated, and this is a shared one between us, is 100% ReZero starting life in a new world.
Yep. And it's funny because we didn't even have to say it. I already knew, and you already knew
We were
that we
just both
both
like,
absolutely. It was our number one.
like as much crap as we give like Sword Art Online. I feel like this is worse.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Like,
Yeah,
Sword
like in
Art
every
still.
way, it's worse. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Because, like, the thing is, Sword Art kind of like, it went up, it started going, woo, wow, good show. And then it's, went down. But this one,
Yeah.
it just kind of like, oh, this is interesting. And then just what the hell is happening? Oh my gosh, what is happening? Boop. Just continued to go down and would not stop. It was like there was a magnet in the bottom and it just straight down, dude.
Yeah.
Straight down. I will say some of the art style I like. It's gorgeous. Okay. Some of the ideas they had in terms of like, him having like dark type magic and it being like illusion type, whatever. Some of the stuff, in terms of even some of the characters, I really like, aesthetically and like some of their powers and stuff like that. But the story direction just is what completely effed everything up so badly. Just so badly. Like, for me personally, and like you said, we've talked about this before, but I honestly feel like the first episodes compared to the last episodes, like if you were to show someone the first 3 episodes and then the first 3 last episodes, they would be like, what the hell? Is this a different show? Like, what is happening here? It's like, what happened? What happened? The best way I explain it is literally, I felt like this is it. Let's say we're playing an RPG game.
Yeah, that's what it felt like at first.
Well, literally, because that's what it's based on, right?
Yeah.
And you're heading on your main quest, and then all of a sudden you take a side quest, and then for some reason the whole game is now that side quest. It like, because none of the characters they introduced at first, the chick with the wind blessing, and then the magic knight and the freaking vampire chick with the boobs, and like, where did they go? Who were they? It's like they it seemed like they were going to be totally part of the main storyline. What the hell happened to them?
Yeah,
Where did they go?
It leaves it very open-ended, and you're like, wait, this is not something that you need to have open-ended. You need to actually fill in the gap.
Why did you even show us who they were? Who are they? Why were they important? It's like, what happened? Like, it just makes no sense, dude. It makes no sense. Like, they should have brought them back in somehow, or made everything make more sense in terms of, I don't know. It just felt like rushed at the same time, and it just felt like they couldn't decide what way to take the story. I don't know. It was just horrifying in the story direction of it,
like,
at least.
Like, there's a simple writing tool that you use sometimes in writing. I'm not a writer. I don't like it at writing very much, but I do enjoy a good story. And
absolutely,
for me, it's like what they call it is a Chekhov's gun. That's where you introduce something at sometime during the story. It's just totally random. Like maybe introduce a character or an object, but you have to actually end up using that at some point in the story. You can leave it dormant, at the very beginning, introduce it, but you have to use it somewhere along the lines. Like, otherwise, nothing's gonna make sense. Like one person who's really good at this is like Oda. Oda's fantastic at doing this.
He's a master at it, bro.
Like, people think, oh yeah, he takes way too long to deliver on some stuff, but it's like, dude, he introduced like that Sanji was from the North Blue like 500 chapters before it actually became relevant.
Oh yeah. No, that guy's a master, dude. He's a master at it.
It's like, wait, why did he mention he was from the North Blue? That seems a little random, but wouldn't it be kind of hard to get over from the East Blue? But
dude,
and it's like
god tier story writing.
It's like, that's what we mean. It's like you gotta use it. Like, you can't just leave it alone. Like it can be a little thing, or it can, but something huge like that, like introducing a bunch of characters that seem like they're going to be pretty cool and useful, and even if it's a villain or whatever, it's like you gotta move them along.
Absolutely,
It's like
absolutely,
maybe just
absolutely,
show what's going on in the background while they're doing their thing or whatever. But it's like you gotta
absolutely.
deliver. It's like, and you, it's like sometimes we're like, yeah, it's like timing and pacing is maybe something that felt a little rushed in this, but it's like, and then you have us who like watch One Piece and we wait years for delivery on stuff, but it's like we get delivery. It feels like we
Right,
didn't get anything in this, and maybe it's because it was only the first season, but it's like,
right. But even like,
uh,
but but that's the thing, though. I don't think the season things is an excuse because, for
yeah,
example, like even with Sanji, for example, like him being from the North Blue and everything that occurred later on in the story, even if we didn't know about his whole Vinsmoke thing, I feel like that wouldn't even be like something that would affect his character or the storyline at all. You
no,
know what I mean?
definitely not.
Even if it would have, but you know what I mean? But like, because Sanji still is part of One Piece. The crew, the Straw Hats. He's still a huge part of everything, and all of the other stuff was just kind of added backstory to who he is. You know, character development. Introduces more people that make him more relevant, make everything more relevant. But in this case, with ReZero, it's as if they completely would have taken out Sanji. It's as if Luffy would have just completely ditched Zoro and Nami and Sanji, and you wouldn't even see him until who knows when. You know, it's like
Oh, that'd
he
be
got a
terrible.
completely different crew or something. It's like
Yeah,
I don't
like,
know, dude.
dude, yeah, I understand what you mean. It's like, when you're watching like a show, like, and they get rid of your favorite character, and you're like, what the fuck? You're like, and then you realize, oh yeah, it's because they didn't want to pay the guy.
Yeah,
But in this
yeah.
case, it's like they don't have that excuse
Yeah,
to say
or
that.
like for example, when dumb example, but like in Transformers, the movies Transformers, the old
Yeah,
ones
yeah, yeah,
with Shia LaBeouf, like
yeah.
Transformer 1 and 2 it was Megan Fox, Transformer 3 was some other chick,
It's like what?
and the it was like, wait, what? And you know, watching the movie, they tried to make sense of it, right? Oh yeah, that girl's crazy, I broke up with her. But like, as a consumer, that's like, oh, I guess Megan Fox got into it with the directors and they fired her, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And and so whatever. But in this case, there's no excuse, dude. Like, how the hell do you do this? Why would you do this? It just makes no sense. Like you said, I can't even believe I freaking finished watching that show. I don't know what I was thinking at the time. I don't know why I wanted to finish it, but I freaking finished it,
I did
and
too.
I was so like, what the hell is this? Why is this happening?
Ugh. But yeah, sometimes I was like, why am I watching this? It's like, I guess I'm already this far in. I might as well finish it. And it's like, no, that was a bad idea.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, and the premise is really cool. It's like the main character, has this ability where if he dies, he goes back to the last checkpoint.
Yeah, basically an RPG game,
Yeah, it was
which is
like, okay, cool. It's an RPG.
yeah, yeah, literally.
He's just restarting from his last checkpoint. I mean, I get it. He
And
had,
like you said, the
yeah,
concept is cool too because he actually like it's kind of like when like it's like the Sharingan in Naruto when especially when oh my gosh, Itachi used it on Kakashi. He was stabbing him, but then at the same time it's like it didn't happen, but he still felt the pain. And even after that, physically he was all right, but mentally he was
yeah,
scarred. He still felt that pain. So
yeah,
it's kind of the same idea. Subaru, which is his name, which is a horrible name for a freaking character, but whatever.
yeah. I always think of the
Subaru,
car.
I know.
It's like,
You
okay,
know, the concept's really cool because, you know, he dies literally,
yeah,
and when he gets, you know, back to the checkpoint, he still kind of like
he still
is
feels it.
terrified. He still feels it, right? And
Yeah.
it's like that's a cool concept, you
Yeah,
know.
it's like,
But
it's like he is going down like a dark rabbit hole of like pain and, that, you don't really think about it when you're playing an RPG or stuff like that, but it's like, imagine if the character could remember everything. It's like, oh boy, that then I think we'd all, well, yeah, it's definitely, yeah, one of the cooler concepts that, that exists for I guess isekais and whatnot, because there really isn't anything like this that we've seen.
yeah, I mean,
But it was handled
it's
very poorly.
something. Yeah, I mean, isekais are basically just trying to copy video games in a way, right? And
Yeah.
this is one concept that none of them have used, you know, until this one. And like, it's a cool concept, but it just,
They
yeah,
burned
I don't
that
know.
bridge hard.
Oh, so fast and hard.
Oh
So
man.
anyway, yeah, dude,
Yep.
cool.
But yeah,
Well,
that's our number one, guys, and it's may not be everybody's most pop. It's not a popular opinion, but it's one me and Brian definitely agree on.
100%. I feel like there's
Like,
more people that would be on our side than not, but then again, I don't know. You know,
apparently, it's more popular than we thought it was. I was like, really?
I can't even believe that. I can't even believe that, dude.
Like, there's so many better shows that could get a season two that we've been
I
waiting
don't
for.
know. Are we missing something, bro, from this?
Like, I watched it in
did
English and
we?
I watched it in Japanese, and it's like I read the subtitles carefully, but I'm like, did I miss something?
Dude,
Like, was there a translation problem that I missed?
I don't get it. I don't get
Yeah.
it. But whatever. I don't know. Honestly, if we ever do another top 3 or 5 in the future, I'm going to be a little more prepared because I didn't really have anything in mind. And I kind of feel bad about some of the decisions I've made. But with my number one, I'm 100% sure it's my number one for sure.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
Oh man.
so that was fun though. That was a fun episode.
Yep. If anything, anyway, guys, like, we appreciate your time, and hopefully you stuck around till the end so we can say like, comment, and subscribe, because we always forget to say that at the beginning. And
Eh,
tell us what your guys' least favorite anime or manga are, and we don't care. It's like, it could be something we love, absolutely love. We like to hear about it. It's like, why do you hate it? Like, we actually generally like to know these things, because like, maybe we missed something in the show. Like, people like ReZero, and we really don't know why.
yeah, but like Juice said, you do you, boo boo.
Yeah. If you guys enjoy it, keep enjoying it. Don't let our opinions affect it. But yeah, like, we actually want to know, it's like, what are your guys' least favorite? Or what's your favorites?
Yeah,
You know?
there you go.
But yeah,
There you go.
in other words though, guys, we will talk to you later. And,
Peace out.
well, I'll try to get this out as quickly as possible.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good
Bye.
night.